that's not good. I did not mean to do any of that. So, yeah, apparently I managed to hit the wrong key on my keyboard. So I'll give that a second to recover, because I don't know what that actually did. Yeah, I have to get rid of these. Okay, yeah. So, we're back with the racing game that we were developing a little bit earlier. So, as you can see, we have our little lovely car. It is a blue car. So we're controlling the blue car. We can control our speed. The AI also does what it does. I'm not really steering. All you do is control your speed and what lane you want to be in. The I guess inspiration for this game, I would call it, is the LEGO Stunt Rally games from the early 2000s, or LEGO Stunt Rally game, I should say, from the early 2000s? It's either 2000 or 2001, I can't remember. But yeah, you basically don't control at all where your car is going. You know, the AI does that. You just control the speed. Yeah. As you can see in the bottom left, you know, we have E and W. E is brake, W is to actually control your speed. If you're not careful, your car will just go way out there. And yeah, hitting the wall lowers you to your it lowers you to your minimum speed. And yeah, it needs to reduce your max speed, I think. Yeah. I'm trying to think about what I want to do here. I think one thing I'd like is to get... Well, no. I'm trying to think. What do I want to do? Because we have the lane switching, so if I do that, if I hit the R key, I can switch lanes. So we can do this, then we can switch lanes to there, switch lanes to there, switch lanes, brake around this corner, switch lanes here to go to the outside there, switch lanes again. Yeah. It's amazing. I love it. It's so much fun. Oh yeah, I want to get the death stuff working. Because like if you go too far out of bounds, I want the game to just sort of rather than have you try to recover, I kind of want it to just kill you. So basically what that'll be is it'll just respawn you at a certain point. But the way that I'm going to do that is there's going to be like areas with trees, and if you go out of bounds and you hit the trees, then you basically lose control of your car, and it takes a couple seconds for it to respawn you. I think I want to try that. So that being said, I want to make the map a little bit bigger, so I think it needs to be 35 by 50. And yeah, and then these green areas will basically just become trees. So this needs to move back a little bit, and it needs to be, I think, 45. And then this, oh no it doesn't, it needs to be 35. Or wait, no. Actually, yeah, 35 is fine. Yeah, the edge of the map is going to be there. These just need to be, I think, like 60 or something? 60? Yeah, 60. That's good. But yeah, I think the way we're going to do that, so do 35 here. I think the way we're going to do that is by having it save your car's position every once in a while. So like maybe every half a second it'll just save your car's position. And then we'll have like some kind of tree sort of area where if you hit that, you just kind of die. I like that. Alright. So how are we going to model trees in this game? But basically that'll mean that if you go really quickly out here, it'll just kill you, because you'll end up having to drive into the trees to actually hit this waypoint. I mean, this waypoint really needs to be wider. That's part of the problem. I think we can just make it wider, right? I can say like 5. Yeah, that just needs to be wider. But what we're going to do is we're going to take this, we're going to make it 5 by 5, right? So I think 5 by 5 is like the basic size of everything. I'm going to lower it a little bit. We're going to make it, rather than 0.8, we'll just make it 0.2. We'll make it at minus 0.1, or minus 0.15, no, 0.05. So just sticks out ever so slightly. It seems to be clipping through the back there. Yeah, okay. And yes, this will like be one of the tree type areas. And so we will make this a trigger, because we do want things to just die whenever they hit it. Well, actually, the trees could be triggers, but no, I don't think so. Well, actually, yeah, I like that better. I like the individual trees being triggers, so we'll just remove this collider. Then we will, I guess, duplicate this. We'll have it be 1 by 1, maybe a height of 2. Have to change this to maybe 0.3 by 0.3. I think that's probably not, maybe not the right size for a tree. It doesn't have to be perfect. We will add, actually no, we will not add. I was going to say we'll add a collider, but not yet. How are we actually going to make this look like a tree? That's the real question. I do want to add a brown color, which I think brown is based on like between red and orange somewhere. Or no, it must be between red and orange somewhere, like that. I think that's right. Not too happy with that. I don't want it to be too red though. It's like red. Like a darker version of red. Yeah, that'll work. Also, are these two different shades of green? No, I don't think they are. I want a green, I want a light green. This is already pretty light, but I think it can be a little bit lighter. A little bit more like lush. Yeah, it's like glowing green. Alright. I think the strategy here is going to be something like have this be there. Maybe not at that angle. Maybe at this angle. Like that, maybe? And then maybe have it be, I don't know, 0.5? Okay, that'll be fine. Maybe 0.7. Yeah, 0.7, definitely. Then this will be like 0.7. I think that'll be fine. Then we'll just have this over here. Don't want it, we want to rotate it around a little. Like that, at minus 180, perfect. No, that's not exactly what I want. Are you aligned perfectly? You are aligned perfectly. You are not aligned perfectly. Alright, minus 3. 0.75. And yeah, 33.75. Okay. Alright, there we go. And then you're not aligned perfectly. Alright, minus 4. And yeah. There we go. I'm not hugely sold on that. However, since they're all the same size, we can say 0.5 by 0.8. 8.5? Not sold on that either, but I like it more. Let's duplicate that. Then I think we can lower the size a little bit, yeah. Then we can do that again. Lower the size. Really, I think all of these just need a steeper angle of incline. And I think they'd look better. Like that. Then maybe one more. Fourth one. Like that. Okay. Roughly tree-like. I do want this to be like that. Yeah. And maybe one of you can duplicate, give it a steeper angle of incline, like that. Then we can make it, instead of 0.3 like that, we can make it roughly like that. Then local, you just be there, and then you just be like No, okay. Not gonna like that. Okay, that's fine. Right. Nope, not perfect. Alright. You there. I think that's roughly right. Do that. Okay. And then you, no. I want you to go onto the pivot, like that. Then the center, a little bit smaller. And the pivot, same thing. A little bit larger, like that. And then center, just have it be like that. And like that. Yeah, that's probably fine. Yeah, that's close enough to a tree. I'm fine with that. Okay, how do I select that? Select it like that. Okay, perfect. Now actually, it's this. This is perfectly aligned. So, I'm going to create an empty. I don't want that there, that's for sure. I want it there. Scale 111. And then the height I want at 0. Yeah. And I'll have all of these. Nope, just those. Okay. And we'll call that a tree. Lovely little tree. Okay. Happy little tree. I think that's about the right size for a tree. I don't know. Trying to look in comparison to the car. I think that's probably fine. I'll just call all of these parts. Right. Then we need to add a collider, a box collider, specifically. Add a trigger. And then I think it can have a height of like 2 or something. And then have a height there of 1. That's probably about right. Say 1.5 and 1, wait, no. Oops. That'd be 0.5 and 0.5? No, 0.75. Yeah. People somehow manage to miss all of the trees, which I think would take genuine skill, then I am okay with them living. Let's put this at the pivot. Yeah, okay. And now I think we can just scale this up and down a little bit. Yeah, we can scale this down a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Then we will just have these go at random rotations. Actually, we can randomize that later. And I think this will just be a... What will this be? This will just be like an obstacle component, right? Yeah, I'll just call it a tree component. It's fine. Sure, that's fine. Great naming convention. And then basically it's just going to mark the car as dead. We do private void void awake. What I want to do is I want to say transform dot rotation. Oh no, sorry. Transform dot rotation. No. Dot rotation. Actually, we could just rotate it around. Yeah, just rotate it around an axis. Say vector3 dot up by, I don't know, random dot range. We'll say 0 f to 360 f. 359. F 1 degree. Is this ambiguous? Is obsolete dot rotate. What does this actually, whoops, what do you want? You want Eulers or you want an axis and an angle? Okay, that's fine, we'll take the axis and the angle. Cool, that'll work. That'll just put it at a random rotation, and we can get rid of all of this because we don't need any of it. We say a private on trigger enter. Then we will say var car equal other dot get component, and we'll say car component. Component, cool. And we say if not car, return, because we don't want to do anything. In C#, you're allowed to do this if you, well, no, not necessarily C#. Unity, since the car controller component is a mono behavior, mono behaviors can automatically be, they have an implicit conversion that allows them to be converted to Boolean values. And basically, if they are null, they convert to false, and if they are not null, they convert to true. So in this case, what we're saying is, if this car doesn't exist, then we just return. That will happen if the thing that hits this is not a car. But if it is a car, what we want to say is car dot kill or something. And then that will just destroy the car. Or it won't destroy it, it'll mark it as dead. Say public void kill, and then we will have a boolean to set as is dead. Like bool is dead. Public float respawn. Float say next respawn time. And then public vector3 respawn location. Actually, what I want is I want a respawn component. Let's do this. Control. No. I just want this functionality pulled into a separate component just because it's going to get annoying. So basically what this will do is this will say, this will record the respawn. This will record positions every few seconds. So we'll have a public constant float interval. One moment. Apologies. So yeah, the interval will be every half second. And we'll have a public vector3. We'll say respawn point. We'll have a public float next record time. And so what we'll do is void, say private void update. Then we'll say is if time greater next record time, or we'll say if it's less than. What we want to do is we want to return. Otherwise, if it's greater, we want to say next recording time is equal to time plus interval. There we go. And then what we will say is next record, say respawn point equals location. Transform.position. Then we will say public. We want to have a way of telling it to record versus not, because when the car is dead, there will be a short delay, and we don't want it recording while it's dead. Is recording. If so we say if not is recording. If we're not recording, or the time is less than the next recording time, then we want to return. Say is recording. And then we'll say, I want this to be an auto property. So I want get, and whenever this is set, I'd like it to say next record time equals time.time plus interval. Basically, and then value equals, all right, we need the actual backing variable. Bool is recording. recording, and then when get, we say return is recording. Yeah, return that, and then in this case, what we want to do is we want to say next recording time equals interval, and then we will say value equals, or say is recording equals value. So basically what this will do is from the outside we can just say, hey, stop recording, and what it will do is it will set the next recording time. It'll basically forward the next recording time. So whenever we die, we set the is recording to false. That way we don't record positions while we're dead. And then we go to the last position that we were at, then we turn it back on, and it will update the next recording time to be at least half a second away. Which I think is correct. Then we will say, yeah, that. We don't need to track the respawn location or the next respawn time. Alright, yes we do. Public float next respawn, or just say respawn time. And then we will say public void, or public constant float respawn time, or interval. And we'll say that it takes you a second to respawn. We'll say public void respawn. And then basically all we do, oh wait, we need a respawn component as well. A public respawn component, which is the respawn component. That we'll say for respawn is that respawn component dot is recording equals true. Say transform dot position equals respawn component dot respawn point. I'm going to say is dead equals false. And then this needs to be renamed. What is it? Is it control RR? Yeah, is dead. Wait, why am I doing... Ah, that's not right at all. Say is dead. Alright, I need to actually fix all this. It's in the left lane. At some point I'm going to refactor this code and it's actually going to look okay. But for now, it just looks terrible. Is dead equals true. Next, no, respawn time equals time.time plus respawn interval. Then we will say respawn component dot is recording equals false. So we want to stop recording, so what we want to say is yes, we're dead, we want to set our respawn time, and then we want to tell the respawn component to stop recording. Then when we respawn, we want to reset our position. We want to have the respawn component start recording, and we want to say, hey, we're no longer dead. So with this, if we say if is dead, we basically want to, yeah. So if we're dead, and time.time greater than respawn time on time, and then we want to respawn. Alright, and so in this case, for if is player car, we say if not is dead, and, or no, what we want to say is if we're dead, we just break, I guess, if is dead, we want to break, otherwise. That way when we're dead, all we do is we just break. Or we just do nothing here. We can just do nothing here, actually. That's fine. Otherwise, so sorry, if we're dead, we just do that. Otherwise, if it's the player car, otherwise, we run the AI. Okay, I vaguely like that. Do nothing. Because we want, or basically we do nothing whenever we're dead. You know, you just kind of drift forward, basically. And slowly decelerate, I guess. So I think this will work. Which is, I think, how it was. I think I think Stunt Rally did something similar to this, where if you just got to a point where you couldn't drive, it would just respawn you back to the track, which is basically what we want. So I want a respawn. Did I misspell respawn? I definitely could have. Actually, what happened there? Oh. That's what happened there. Me being a genius. Yeah. Okay. It's fine. And then we have the respawn component. Yeah, sure. And then the next recording time, that's perfectly fine. You can just respawn at the start line, I suppose. There's nothing wrong with that. Let's just make sure these cars actually got that. They did, okay. Or wait, did they? Did they actually get? They did, okay, cool. The problem is that, I don't remember, does this have a car component? It does, okay. So it needs the respawn component as well. Do they get linked to their own? Yes, okay, cool. So they're not dead, they're none of that. Okay, cool. And then for the tree, we should probably put a tree component on this, okay? And then we'll probably mark that as a prefab. Yeah, alright. Then we can just duplicate that, okay. And we have the grass, we just call this grass. And I want to create a new model here, and then this is the, I guess, trees, trees, yes. Okay, and then I want that to be 1, 1, and 1. And then I want all 3 of these to be inside of it, and I will make that a prefab as well. So all we have to do is just put these around the outside of the map, and then if people crash into them, they just die. Of course, it's not perfect, but, you know, I think it's better than nothing. At least for now. And if none of that made any sense, don't worry, it will in like 5 seconds whenever I'm actually done with this. I'll be like, oh, I see what it does. Assuming it works correctly, which is always quite a large assumption. Now we could put some on the inside too, there's no reason not to, right? Okay. Then yeah, we might as well put some on the inside. Oh, whoops. That's not what I wanted. Right. I think that this aligns like this. I mean, if it doesn't, I guess it's fine. Yeah, okay. And then here, 6, we probably want to duplicate these. Oops. Probably want to duplicate these. And these over to here. And these over to here. Those over there. Okay, and then we can put these here and these here. Okay. Now, whenever we run this, let's see what happens. Okay. So it looks like they got rotated correctly. Now let's try to die. see what happens. Wait. I don't know why our max speed seems to have been reduced. Wait, are we actually controlling this? Did I manage to click something incorrectly? The blue car. Ah, it is the player car. That's the problem. I was like, wait, we're not controlling it. Now we're controlling it. It's one of the problems with this game. Alright, so that should have killed us. Yeah, okay, that's not where we should have respawned at all. Why did that happen? Oh, because the is recording doesn't start. True, right? Yeah, that's the problem. Okay, that's interesting. That should start as true. It's true. What will that break? Presumably nothing, right? Because the blue car, yeah, that's still the player car. It is that the red and the white car need to start in the left lane, though. Alright, so now we should be recording respawn positions. So if I just have us go way out here, and now we can't control the car. Whoa. Oh, interesting, okay. So we need to change that to be maybe 1 second or something, or maybe we need to respawn at the closest waypoint. Actually, that would make more sense if we respawn at the closest waypoint. Yeah, actually I like that a lot better. So maybe we don't need the respawn component? Let's go in here. Okay, I don't think we do, actually. Now that I think about it, yeah. I think what we want to do is we want to wait for that. Whenever we respawn, I think we want to say, target, right? Or no, we say waypoints of, and then next waypoint? So we can get the previous waypoint by saying, oh wait, actually, just anytime we go through a waypoint, right, we can, whoops, no. Anytime we go through a waypoint, we can just save the last waypoint, right? Yeah, hit waypoint, okay. What we can just say is, rather than respawn component, position, no, vector 3, respawn point. And all we say is whenever we go through a waypoint, we just say that respawn point equals waypoints of next waypoint, or no, respawn of next waypoint dot transform dot position, not transform dot position. So basically, if we go through a waypoint, if we go through a higher waypoint than the last one that we went through, then we just respawn at that point, because we know that the reason that this is better than the previous solution is we know that all of the waypoints are along the road. So I think this is actually better. And so whenever we do respawn, we don't want to do this anymore. We just say the respawn time is that, and then we will just say transform.position equals respawn point. There we go. That'll just warp us back to the respawn point, and then we'll say speed we'll say speed equals min speed. And this will just force us to start over with minimum speed, which should be fine. Okay. Assuming I did all of that correctly, this will be missing, that's perfectly fine. Here are all of you going to get screwed up? Nope. And you don't even have the missing script, that's good. Okay. Let's try this. Okay, so let's actually try to get it to kill us. Should be dead. Oh, we spawn. Oh, right, we don't spawn facing the position. We don't spawn facing the forward position. Okay, that's not good. Okay, but if we do this, yep, we will respawn there. Yep, okay. That way we just don't get stuck in one of those weird, like, loops that we get stuck in sometimes. Alright, we do want to slow down around these turns. We can switch lanes a couple times to make that easier. Okay, cool. And then, yeah, slow down here, but if you speed up here and then you go, like, way out, yeah, you die. Okay. I don't know why the AI is not getting killed. Or if it is, I'm not seeing it. And it seems to take that turn okay. Yeah, if you spin out like that, yeah, he'll just be warped back onto the road. Okay. Kinda like that. Alright, so we go here, then we change lanes so we can go along the outside, then we stop, yeah. Right. Doesn't quite work. Okay. Okay, that is kind of fun. I kind of like that. Alright, we gotta pass this red car, switch lanes, slow down, switch lanes. Cool. Now we're going along the outside, switch lanes. Alright. Now you go along the inside, switch lanes. Aw. Oh, I don't know how you prevent this. That's interesting. Let's see. Yeah, how do you prevent that? Oh, there we go. Alright. Rather than having this be that way, it should be public. Rotation. No. Rotation. No, quaternion, not rotation. It should be quaternion. Quaternion. Respawn direction. Yeah. Then that should be respawn point is there. Say respawn direction is waypoints of next waypoint transform dot rotation. Okay. I'm gonna say transform dot rotation is equal to respawn direction. Okay, and this should respawn us facing the right way now. Alright, so we do that. Alright, let's see if we can pass this red car, switch lanes, get in front of him. Okay, can go a little faster on that curve. Yeah, you can't just take the curves, like, super fast. Because if you do, bad things. That, you really get slowed down. Okay. Yeah, so if you take that curve at full speed, yeah, you end up like that, and it'll just respawn you. Do this, and then you can switch lanes, and then you can slow down and speed up. Yeah, that's perfect. So yeah, switching lanes like right before a turn is actually like kind of cool. Because it really gives you a better, oh god, no. It really gives you a better target. It's like going to the outside, then going to the inside, you can actually make a steeper turn. Yeah, a steeper little turn there. Oh, that's so much fun. Alright, so you can turn in here. Wow. Oh boy. Yeah, it's really having trouble getting back on track. There we go. Probably should set our velocity to 0, actually. That's probably fair. So it should say rigid body dot velocity equal vector3 dot 0. So we just really force it to 0. Force everything to reset. I think that's fair. Should probably have a UI element that tells you that you're being, that you've died and that you have to respawn. I mean, this will work much smoother once we have more waypoints. Because right now, just one of the problems is that we don't have enough waypoints. I like how it just spins out. It's just going the wrong way. Nope. Alright, there we go. Okay, like that. Okay, so that resets your velocity to 0. Maybe have... I don't know. I don't know what else we can add. I think having, like, hitting a wall, I think should definitely reduce your max speed. So I think we need to rename this to your effective max speed. Effective max speed. And so, so I should actually have a true max, like max speed. Max speed, and then you just have an RR effective minimum speed. And so that's basically the top that you're actually allowed to have. Whereas like max speed is actually closer to like your max. And so the point of that is that hitting something will reduce your max speed. Yeah, the point of that is that hitting something will reduce your actual max speed, and since your effective can't go any higher than your max, yeah. We'll say, you know, max speed equals mathf dot clamp. Hey, how's it going? Just if you're not aware, we're making a racing game in Unity that is similar to LEGO Stunt Rally from like the early 2000s. I just saw like a picture of it the other day and I'm like, oh, I want to remake that. Or I want to make it and see if I can make it. I actually didn't remember the controls. It's very interesting. It was not interesting, but it was kind of crazy for me. I'm like, I can't even remember how you drive the cars in that game. Then I found out you don't. Apparently you just, apparently they drive themselves. But yeah, the max speed, okay, so it's clamp between, no it isn't clamp, what am I doing? No, maybe it is clamp. Oh, that's cool. So you're starting a game coding class. Are they using Unity or are they using, like, Godot? Let's see what I'm thinking now. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, Unity's pretty cool. Oh, God. I don't know what just happened. Why did that happen? Why is this happening? Oh, because the effective got set. Okay. Right, okay, so the effective... Right, since I renamed the variable, Unity got messed up. Alright. Alright, so if you have any questions about C# or anything, or Unity, I can probably answer them. I've been using Unity for way too long. It's probably been like 8 years, so things have probably changed a little bit, but like, the things that I do still work most of the time. Max speed should be, no, the effective max speed should be this max speed. Speed is your effective minimum speed, which should be closer to like 4, I think. Should be that. So what I want is on update. Basically right now I'm trying to think of how to reduce the maximum speed whenever a hit happens. Let me see this. Let's see if I fix this. Oh yeah, I didn't fix it because, yeah, okay, it's not fixed. But it will be fixed after I fix everything here. So the max speed needs to be 11. Acceleration needs to be 4. Oh wow, 2018.4. Wow, that's a very old version. Oh god, what does that even have? What did they even add since 2018? They may not even have like the, no, I think they have the tile map stuff. I think that's what they added back then. That's crazy. I don't think they've changed. 2018 should still have C# 7 or 8. Because I think there was a point where they changed like the compiler to like, you finally use the Roslyn compiler. And I think that was back then. So the effectives here can be 0. God, it's been so long. But yeah, it's maintained mostly the same. It's just they've added, they might have added the burst compiler since then. Okay. Something is now broken with all of these cars. Alright. I'm just going to fix all of this. So this is 4. This is 4. That's 4. The effective max speed is 11. That needs to be 0 for now. No, that needs to be, right. That needs to be that. That needs to be that. Min speed needs to be 5, I think. Speed should be 5. The rotation speed should be, that gets set automatically, so that's fine. And yeah. Alright, I think I just fixed everything. Alright, so yeah, we can control the speed, or we can control the acceleration and braking. That's really all we can control. Oh yeah, we can control what lane we're in too. AI is really broken now. I had it like perfectly tuned, and now I think it's just lost. Yeah, it's still going a bit slow around corners, but yeah. Turn there, I can turn there, okay. So yeah, the thing that I just did earlier was if you hit trees, it will actually respawn you now. So if we go way out of bounds, hit the trees, we lose control, and we get respawned. So that was becoming a problem, like you were getting stuck on the walls, and I didn't want that. I mean, like right now, whenever you hit a wall, you get reduced to minimum speed. Like that. And then it forces you to kind of, it also like throws you off of the wall. There we go. Yeah, this is starting to look kind of like Stunt Rally, I think. You know, in terms of the actual mechanics. Not quite the graphics. I think I'm going to do like voxel graphics for it, because that's all I can really get away with. But yeah, if you're looking for people to watch, I think Quill18 has some stuff, some old stuff, because he does like game jams every once in a while, and he's really good at explaining what he's doing. Yeah. Alright, so let me think here. Yeah, Stunt Rally. It basically looked like this. And yeah, it was so cool. I still remember the track editor. Yeah, I loved this game so much when I was a kid. And then I saw a picture of it yesterday, and I'm like, oh, not yesterday, but the day before, I think it was. And so, yeah, I spent all of yesterday trying to get the basic mechanics. But yeah, I mean, the easiest, I don't know, okay. Okay, maybe it's just like a style of game, but I've never actually seen any other game that has the same mechanics. But then again, I don't play racing games, so I don't know. But do you know what game it was? Because I'd like to take a look at it, because I actually find this kind of fun. Effective max speed. Okay, so the effective max speed is going to be equal to it's going to be mathf.max of the effective max speed plus time.delta time times maybe 2 per second. Nah, 1 per second. And it'll be max speed. So this way, our effective max speed will come back over time once it gets reduced. There's oil that can block you. The only difference was when you drive, there's oil. I think in Stunt Rally, they had the oil trucks. Whoops, if I can find them. Rally oil. So I think Stunt Rally, what they had was they had these little trucks that would spawn, and they would drive around the map, and they would, like, you could end up hitting them, and they would turn into oil spills. It was weird. I can't really find them anymore, though, apparently. So we go here, we look through here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Stunt Rally had something similar where it would basically, they had little oil trucks that would spawn, and they'd drive around the map, and they had this kind of funny animation. They'd drive, but you could hit them by accident or not. They'd create an oil spill that would stay on the map for a minute or two. So we need the effective max speed. I want to show also the, no. I'm going to create a max speed resource updater. I want to create this, and it's the car dot effective, no. This max speed, so this will show the effective max speed over the max speed. Okay. Yeah, game development is a lot of fun. It can be time consuming. Let us duplicate this, say max speed indicator. Basically, this is the same as the minimum speed indicator. I think we'll have this be like red or something? Like a reddish color? Yeah, reddish color. Okay. And then the minimum speed one will be like blue or something? Yeah, blue. Okay. And then here, we just need to get rid of this. We need to have this be the max speed updater. And that will go there, and then the car will be the blue car. Okay. So if I did that right, okay, that's increasing all the time. That should not be increasing all the time. So the effective max speed is going to be the max, sorry, not the max, the minimum of those two. That way, they should be constant. Yes, they are constant. Okay. Now whenever we reduce the effective max speed. Okay. This. Okay. So now whenever we hit a wall, I need to find that code. So apparently we don't have that here. No, wait. Ah, right here. Right. So let's say is max, say the effective max speed equals not 2/3, maybe 4/5 4f over 5f of the max speed. So what this should do is when we actually hit a wall, the red line should go down, and we shouldn't be able to push our speed above that red line. If I understood this, if I did that right. Yeah, okay, so the red line goes down, goes back up a little bit. Okay. Okay, and now we are dead. Yep, there we go. Alright. Let's do this. Yeah, there we go. Oh, it looks like we were able to go past the effective max speed. I'm not happy with that. Try slamming into a wall and see if we can lower that. Yeah, we can go past the effective max speed. Why? Why are we allowed to do that? Yeah, I actually don't know why we're allowed to do that. So you can clamp the speed plus the acceleration. Should be the effective min versus the effective max. The effective max should have been lowered. Maybe I'm just imagining things? Maybe it's not... Yeah, we shouldn't be able to accelerate past our effective max speed. Also, when we respawn, we want to give them the speed penalty as well. Wherever that code might have gone. This is sort of one of the issues with game development, is that you kind of lose track of things. Oh. No, wait, that's fine. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Okay, so no, we don't want to do that. We just want to do this at respawn. Cool. Okay. Speed, but we can go beyond our max speed. Why can we go beyond our max speed? That doesn't make any sense to me. Okay, at least we know that when we die, it'll lower the max speed. Yeah, okay. No, we shouldn't be allowed to go over that. Why are we allowed to go over that? Where is speed being changed? It's being changed, velocity forward times speed, effective minimum speed, okay. Effective minimum speed there. Yeah, I don't know why the clamping isn't working there. giving the effective max speed over the max speed, which we shouldn't be able to go over. That's so weird. Let me double check this car. Okay. So the effective max speed is that. It does look like effectively we're not able to go over it. There's a time scale lower. Where can we do that? Here. Sure, let's do this at 0.25f. Let's run this at a quarter speed, see what happens. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. That breaks everything. Okay, no, let's not do that. That fixed. Unscaled time? That time. Fixed delta time. Oh, interesting, okay. So apparently we can't do that. Okay. Yeah, we shouldn't be able to do that. I don't know why we are. It's not tracking our effective speed. It does seem to be true that our speed and our effective max speed are linked, but it's not. Oh, is it going off of max? Okay, I think it's going off of effective max speed. I see the problem. Or wait. Speed resource. Ah, there we go. It's not off of max speed directly. That's the problem. It's the resource bar is reading the wrong thing. So it wasn't lying to me, it was telling me the truth. But yeah, so there we go. So now, keep taking all these hits. Yeah, we can't go past that, so it gives us a speed penalty. Now we're just going the wrong way. Okay. Let's get out of this lane. Okay. Alright, there we go. Now reduce the speed. Now go forward. There we go. Okay. Change to target the outer lane. Now we go to the inner lane. Now we slow down and go forward like that. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there we go. Okay, now we're just going the wrong way. Alright. Okay. Yeah, I think this is more fair. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, sometimes it just kind of derps out like that. Yeah, okay. Oop. That way, perfect. Now, what we probably need to do is we probably need to have some way of detecting whether or not we're actually on the road. Because if we're off the road, we kind of want to lower the player's speed. That way, it'll also make it easier for the car to handle whenever it goes off the road. Yeah, currently bumping into other cars does not lower your speed. unfortunately. Because what it needs to do is it needs to lower your speed, but it also needs to lower their speed. Take that corner, there we go, perfect. Alright. So let me go back to red car here. Whoops. No, okay, what do I need to do? I need to do that. Okay. Rendering back to normal. Okay, so whenever we hit another car, so we have on collision enter. What we probably need is a bumper sort of script. Just rename this. Call this the bumper component. So that's just going to represent the bumper of the car itself. Just going to get rid of all of this because we don't need it. Control C, Control V. Get rid of this. And get rid of all that. And then we'll have a private void on trigger enter. And so we're probably going to have an action. Isn't it system.action? Is that what it is? Or no, it's just system, right? System, public action. Yeah, action. On hit. Yeah, on hit. Hit, we're going to say if non-trigger enter, if other dot get component, oh wait, no. Let's say var car equals other dot get component car component. What I'm going to say is other, say if not car, we just return. Otherwise, we will say on hit, and actually this is going to have a car component. It's an action, yeah, there we go. On hit, dot invoke, against other, there we go. And so, the car controller component, this is just going to have a reference to that, so it's going to be a public bumper component, bumper. And then we'll have a method, which is public void on hit. Nope. On hit. It's going to be a car controller component, car. Let's say if car is this, then we just want to do nothing. Otherwise, this means that the bumper will hit the other car. So this means that our bumper hit another car. So what we want to say is let's say speed is equal to min speed. So we want to say effective minimum speed. So we get reduced to minimum speed, but they get their effective max speed reduced to 4/5 equals car dot max speed times 4f over 5f, yeah. Dot effective max speed. So yeah, we get reduced, our speed gets reduced, but theirs does too. I think that's the way we want to do that. And then on awake, all we need to say is bumper component dot on hit equals on hit. Okay. Yeah, I think that's all we have to do. If we go to the car itself, we need to add the actual bumper. Sure, we can just duplicate that. We can remove this, and we can add a box collider. It's a little bit big. Say bumper. Maybe 0.1. No, that needs to be 0.3, 0.4. That's probably right. 0.1 and maybe 0.2. No, 0.1. Then we can move this up to the front. Up to the front like that. Maybe this is 0.6. And that's a trigger. Should be fine. Maybe 0.3. Yeah, something like that. That covers roughly the front of the car. Yeah, that's probably fine. And then we add the bumper component, which is this. And then to the car, we want to reference the bumper. Right there. Okay. Then in theory, these should have all been updated. Oh, but they don't get... That's interesting. Why did that happen? Is it because the car model itself... Oh, wait a minute. Did I just scale down the car model on those? Did I not just scale down the car itself? Oh, I just scaled down the model. That's not what I wanted to do. Okay, because yeah, the force point is now wrong as well. Okay. It's not what I wanted to do at all. I wanted to scale these down. Yeah. Roughly to like 0.6. I think that should be better now. That should change a lot of stuff, actually. Might be worrying. Oh, I'm trying to select, not the red car, the blue car. Okay. No, that didn't scale down the bumper either. That doesn't make any sense. Wait. Did I just do the same thing? Did I repeat the same mistake? Yes, I did. Okay. So I examine the blue car. Now the hitbox is wrong. Interesting. So, I think I need to fix one of these. So this is 1. No, this is 0.6. And this is probably 0.6 as well. And then 1.5? 0.6? Yeah, that's probably right. And then what we want to do is we want to prefab, we want to, wait, it's a prefab. It's box collider. Wait a minute. In the car prefab, there is no box collider. Oh, jeez. Why is there no... Oh, these all got... No, they didn't. Wait a minute. So why am I not able to apply this to the prefab? No, I don't want that either. Add a component. There we go. Apply to the prefab. Now all of you should have it, right? Yeah, now all of you have it. Okay. Now we can proceed to scale all of you down. To like 0.6 something. Yeah, there we go. Now let's hope that doesn't break anything. Alright, so yeah, being tapped, having someone tap the bumper, that does indeed reduce our max speed. Okay. Alright. Alright, so let's see, if we just go at minimum speed and then we cut you off, yeah, you get reduced to minimum speed. Okay. I kind of like that. Haha. I don't don't know why the minimum speed is changing. It really shouldn't be. Alright. Yeah, I'm kind of liking how that's going. Okay. Okay. Are they still... They're floating now. Of course they're floating. They may not be floating. Actually, they're probably fine. Okay, now that's the question. Now do think about what I can actually do. So one thing is we can make the wheels spin. That's one thing we could do. So that kind of needs to be a thing. The rotation would probably be based on the car's speed, I would guess. Would probably be true. Probably based on the car's velocity, actually, like the magnitude of the velocity. That's probably right. We could probably animate that with an animator, but I don't want to do that. Terrible practice, so would recommend never doing this, but I'm going to do it anyway. So basically what we're going to say is public car controller component. We can call this the car. And then we're going to say private void update. And then we'll have like public const float multiplier, or rotation speed, I guess. And we'll say maybe 90 degrees per second max. So we'll say that the, we'll say public constant quaternion rotation. No, it wouldn't be that. It would be, yeah, it would be the rotation equals quaternion.Euler. Is it Euler or Euler angles? They seem to change it all the time. It's Euler. Alright. And so I think that since these are wheels, I think they need to spin across the y-axis, if I remember right. So I think it's 0.0f, 90.0f, and 0.0f. I think that's right. Is that not constant? It's not constant, because it's not. Why? Of course it's not. Static read-only. Okay. That's as close to constant as you're going to get. So it'll say transform.rotation times equal to rotation times car dot rigid body dot velocity dot magnitude times what is it? It's time dot delta time. Something like this. Cannot be applied to a type quaternion or float. Really? Oh really? You can't create... How is that not a thing? I thought you could scale the quaternion. Am I wrong? I mean, I have to be wrong, right? Because otherwise this would compile, but it doesn't. Alright. Well, really, it's fair, I suppose. Times. We don't worry about that. Say 90. So at max speed, it should spin at 90 degrees times something. And then it should be the magnitude of the velocity. Yeah. I think that's right. And then if we go into, let's say, the prefabs, we go into car. And then I think if we look at the car model, each of the wheels, yeah. So we go here into the actual car model itself. Yeah, then we just kind of want to add something to each wheel. We want to add a 3D, not a sphere. Want to add a, not really a cube, but we'll add a cube. It will be like this, maybe 0.1 and 0.8, yeah, something like that. And just do that, yep, okay. Just add those to all the wheels. Add those here. That's not the right component. That is. Okay. Duplicate these, turn them around. No, we don't even need to do that. What am I doing? Do they not all have the same X? How do they not have the same... Yes, they have the same X. Don't even. Alright, what is this? This is an X0. Alright, they don't have the same absolute X. And they do, but they don't. Wait, how does not... Very curious. Global, local. Very confused. Alright, let's just get rid of all these. Alright. Let's duplicate these. Duplicate. Put them here, and then make minus. There we go. Then wherever that wheel might be, yeah, it's right there. I'm gonna put them there. Inside that wheel, yep, okay. Then just duplicate them, move them over here, put them inside that wheel. Okay, there we go. Now, this wheel should move along the... Oh, it moves along the x-axis. I didn't know that. I thought that was the y. And this one, same thing. So forward gets it that way, and then forward gets you... I don't know why you roll the same way. That's weird. Okay. It's really strange. Okay. Whatever. Gonna pretend it's not happening. So for all of you, we add a wheel component, and then all of the wheel components, the car is that car. Yes. Okay, so that should have been propagated to all of you. Yes, okay. Now let's see what happens. It does not appear that you are... doesn't appear that the tires are moving at all. The wheels are moving at all. They are moving the wrong direction. I think that's what's happening. Also, the cars are floating again. I need to fix that. Yeah, apparently they need to rotate faster. Yeah, they're rotating at a very strange, in a very strange way. These are not rotating. No, they are rotating. Just slowly. Thing with you, they're rotating the wrong way though. Okay. Say minus 180 times that, so they should be rotating twice as fast now. Go back to the car itself. So this is actually, wait, the hitbox is now too large. I don't know what nonsense is going on with this. It's 0.3 and this is 0.2, 0.4, and then 0.25. Yes. Yeah, that should be right. And then here, the cars, yeah, okay. Gravity should still be applying to them. Also, we shouldn't be able to, our minimum speed shouldn't be changing. It's probably still linked to the effective max speed. That looks more right. It's a little bit closer to right. It's going way out to the middle of nowhere. It's amazing. Okay, think if we look here. Okay, what about your wheels? Do they look like they're doing the right thing? Maybe they could be going a little bit faster. I think that would be a little bit better if it's maybe like 270? Maybe 250. Then whenever they're rolling like at the lowest pace, they might look like they're going too slow. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to do this and just check out how fast they roll here. Actually, they look perfect to me, honestly. And then here, as they speed up, I think they look better, yeah. Yeah, I think they look fine. Okay. I'm actually kind of happy with that. Alright, so go around the corner here with everybody else, get stuck on the wall with everybody else. You can lower your max speed. Alright, then brake around this corner, get our own max speed lowered, cut you off, lower your max speed, lower your max speed. Okay, we're gonna go into this lane. Yeah. Try to go around the outside there, switch there, okay. Perfect turn. There we go. Getting really good at driving this little car. Oh, that's not where we wanted to go. That's really not where we wanted to go, okay. Right, so we're in the inner lane, okay. Need to go into the the inner lane here. Brake a little bit. Yeah, there we go. I really wonder how I can detect, because I want the car to like, I want a particle effect so that it like, whenever it slides, like whenever the back wheels slide, it just like kicks up dirt, but I don't know how to actually, I don't know how to only detect whenever it's going sideways. I guess it's like a difference between the actual velocity and the velocity of, like the actual velocity and then the forward direction of the car, I guess, is whenever it starts, is how you detect it. I don't know. It's like right there, it kind of spun out a little bit. I do kind of want to turn the wheels a little bit. So how are we going to do that? I think we already calculate the target rotation. Oops, in the car controller. Oh, of course it's warning me of an update, that's fine. Alright, so, should be the target rotation. We want the wheels to rotate. Just the front wheels to rotate towards the target rotation. But they'd only need to rotate by a certain amount, so the rotations rotate towards at the rotation speed. So that's the maximum degrees from 2. So for each of the wheels, we could actually just set that every frame. Public game object. That would be... yeah, that'd be fine. Well, no. Public game object, yeah. Wheels. Really just the front wheels. Sure, front wheels. Of course, there's going to be only 2, but, you know, never hurts. What we probably want to do is we probably want to set a maximum rotation. No, actually, it's just going to look weird. As much as I want to do it, it's just going to look weird. Okay, with that, we probably want to actually detect if we are on the road or not. So one way to do that is using a collider and a mask. So, yeah, I don't know. Actually, I want to see what happens if we put like a jump or something. Yeah, that's the question I want to answer. Is what happens if we put a ramp here? No, not just there, like right here. Like what kind of air can these things actually get? So it'll be a ramp like right here, I suppose. Yeah. And it'll look, yeah, it'll basically be the road that's straight, and then it'll just kind of curve up a little bit. So what kind of incline do we need to actually have them really get some air? Because actually, if they're on a ramp, ooh, actually, I don't know. I don't know what kind of speed boost they're going to have. That's kind of, yeah, I'm kind of nervous about that. I don't know if they're going to have enough, like, power to actually get up the ramp. Let's find out, I suppose. Let's just add a 3D cube there. Alright. And we probably want this to be, well, not this way. That'll be local. So we want this to be like 0.2, and then minus 0.1. And then we want it to have a width of 3, maybe 3.5. Then a height of 5, yep. And then probably just have it be not gray, just green for now. Like just brown, I don't know, sure, that'll work. And then just like this. Oh, whoop, cancel. Have you have a rotation of 0, whoops. Local, it'll be a global, whoop. Okay, no, I guess it won't. This be here, just set the rotation to 0. No. 1? No. 1? Yes. So 0.5, and then a height of 4? 2. 1.5. Okay, probably something like that. We don't really need the second part of this, but, you know, let's just see. Let's just see what happens. I'm actually quite nervous. Because I know Stunt Rally, they did have the ramps. Yep, they don't have the power to get up the ramp. That's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. Okay, so whenever it's on a ramp, one, it doesn't orient towards the road, which is interesting. But second off, actually, why doesn't it orient towards the road? Do I have the rigid body locked on some dimension? I do. I do. I should not have that. Feel free to tilt across any dimension you want. I'm afraid that that might make them flip over, like that. Maybe it won't. Oh god. They still can't get up the ramp. That's unfortunate. My car might be able to, though. I think it'll need to basically increase the max speed to cause them to get over the ramp. Oh, nope. Alright. I think if I increase the max speed of the car. Okay. Let's see. We have all the cars here. What happens if we pause this? And then all of them, we just say, hey, your max speed's now 15. And your current speed, now your max speed's 20. And your acceleration is 7, and that's 7. What happens if we just change your minimum speed? Yeah, that's probably fine. Right, now what happens? Let's see if we can get enough power to actually, like, get over this. Oh, wow. Okay, that's not at all what I would have expected to happen. Okay. Interesting. Oh, yeah, because it has trouble with the waypoints. That's fair. It doesn't like it? Yeah, okay. That's fair. Then I have to do something with the waypoints. Okay. But with this, we need to increase their max speed is like 20. The effective max speed is like 20. Yeah. Now let's see what happens if we increase our speed. Oh, we can't do that because we have this yellow car who's being annoying. Okay. You know what, yellow car? Get out of here. Alright. Probably should have put this somewhere else. Okay. Increase. So why does it do this? That's very strange. Well, I do like the stunts. That's not what I meant. I actually don't know why it does that. I mean, did we just, like, jump over the waypoint? Is that what happened? Whoops. I don't think so. So we actually want to freeze this, not in the X. No, it's in the Z that we want to freeze this, but the X is actually fine. It's actually fine for it to rotate along the X in a certain way. Oh yeah, right. I need to just change the effective max speed of all these. The max speed being like, or sorry, the effective, well no, the max speed being 20, and then the min speed, yeah, that's fine. Oh, that's fine. Alright, so let's see. Oh, we end up here, yep, okay. I'm just gonna die, that's fine. going to do this. Why do we flip like this? I don't understand that at all. Like, I really don't get that. Of course, the AI is never going to be able to control this at this speed. Oh, jeez. Just can't do it. It's great. Oh, so sad. So sad to watch the AI try. Oh, it really tries. Okay, it's going to need some kind of help to get up this ramp. To figure out what to do with this ramp. It flips the car, and I don't know why. I don't know why it's trying to... Because it's trying to push the car up, but I don't know why. Like, why the target rotation? So it's transformed out position.z. It has a look rotation. Oh, right. Wait, where do we use the target position? So we say the target position minus the transformed out position. So we use our current position for the x and the z, which should result... Yeah, which should not result in us having force or having a direction. Why is it rotating that way? That doesn't make any sense. So rotating towards the target rotation. Rotating the transformed out rotation. Might have to turn that off with ramps. Or we set our rotation to what it previously was. Dot Euler angles dot y. Basically, we just let the physics handle this. And then we would say var new rotation equals this. And then we're going to say we're going to say quaternion dot rotation or dot Euler angles. Is it Euler or Euler angles? It's Euler. Yeah. It's going to be new rotation dot Euler angles dot x, y rotation, new rotation dot Euler angles dot z. So in theory, this should keep. Yeah, in theory, this should keep that from messing with our actual rotation, with our y rotation, which we don't want it to touch. Or is it the y rotation? No, it's the z rotation. Wait, what rotation is it? I'm dumb. It's the x rotation that we don't want it to touch. So actually, it should be position.y, yeah, that's fine. So this should be the x rotation dot x, and this is the dot y, and then we want the x rotation out front. And it can try to change our z rotation, but I don't think we're allowed it. I don't think it's allowed to. At least the physics are not allowed to. Okay. Do kind of fly off the track a little bit. That's probably fine. Okay, so it can... Why does it do that? I don't understand. Why is it trying to... It shouldn't be allowed to mess with the x rotation. It just shouldn't be allowed to. Rotation is forward. Yeah, it should be preserving the X rotation. So it's adding force at point velocity, that's fine. This is Euler angles dot x. Yeah, I don't understand what's actually messing with that. That look rotation, because this should be looking towards that. So this is messing with the X rotation. Why is that happening? Say we log, not log, draw ray at the transform dot position. We draw that along transform dot forward. No, we draw that at velocity. And then we say, new rotation dot. Yes, I am trying to. I'm trying to. Based on LEGO Stunt Rally. However, I have this current problem with the physics. Yeah, I'm trying to develop some based on LEGO Stunt Rally, but I do have this problem with the physics right now. I'm trying to get ramps to work, and they do not. I don't know why it's doing that, but it is. If I remove this, it actually does work. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. I just remove this for demo purposes. Yeah, if I remove that, and then that can also be grouped in there. If I remove that, it actually does work. Let me grab one of these. This. Duplicate that back. And put this back here. There we go. And then I need to move this waypoint. Wherever that went. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, if I do this, it'll actually work. Actually, no, it won't, because I have the max speed set too high. I set the max speed to, I think it's 12 is probably fine. Yeah, so the way that it works is you can control the braking and the acceleration as well as what lane your car is in. So right now the player controls the blue car. So yeah, if you go through the trees, it'll respawn you. Yeah. So yeah, we can also change lanes as well. So if I'm going in the right lane here, we can change, or left lane, we can change to the right lane. Take a look. I'm uncertain what that means. Yeah, that's what I am doing right now. Just trying to mess with this, trying to get the ramps to work, but they're not cooperating. I'm not too experienced with Unity physics, so it might just be me doing something that's wrong. Like I might just be programming this wrong. But I think it's fun. Cars do kind of float around a little bit whenever I allow the physics to do what they want to do. Also, did the wheels just stop? I think the wheels might have stopped. Is that true? No, it isn't. Wheels are moving. Yeah. Really like how it just spins out like that. It's really funny. I leave a lot of the physics to Unity. The only thing that I wasn't sure how to do was to control like the rotation, so I do that manually. And so whenever I do something like the ramps, it kind of screws it up. And I'm not entirely sure how to fix it or why it gets screwed up. But I suppose I could just turn off the steering at that point, like for the ramps. Yeah, and then it just, yeah. Yeah, I leave all the physics to Unity, for the most part. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get rid of that. I'm gonna have to get rid of having it unlocked in the z-axis. They're all frozen in the z-axis and all frozen in the x-axis. Well, they can't be frozen in the x-axis, though. Or wait. Is it just the y-axis? No, it's the... They can't really be frozen... They can't be frozen in the x-axis. Yeah. Have to be allowed in the x-axis. But yeah. If I freeze them all in the z-axis, I think everything's fine. Yeah, everything's okay. But yeah, I guess what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to turn off the steering. Show me your model, how the controls work. It's a mess, but this is basically the thing that does all the logic. Basically all it does is it gets the next waypoint, and then it calculates the target position using our Y position, because I don't want to go up and down. I just want to use our current position. And then I compute a rotation from there, and then I need to get rid of this bit, because this was what I just added. And I don't need it, because it doesn't work. Yeah, basically after we compute the target rotation, that's what we want our car to look like. That's where we want our car to go. We rotate towards that by the rotation speed times time dot delta time. The rotation speed is controlled. Basically, it's how well your car can actually control itself. So the closer you are to your max speed, the lower your rotation speed is, basically. And then it multiplies your velocity by speed. Or sorry, it creates the velocity from the forward direction times your current speed. And then it recalculates your effective max speed, because that can change over time. And then it calculates the current rotation speed, which is your basically maximum rotation speed minus the percentage of how fast you're going. So basically, if you're going at minimum speed, you have your maximum rotation speed, maximum speed, your minimum rotation speed. Basically, they're just inverses. And then finally, it adds a force at the position that is relatively close to the front of the car. So it is a complete mess. But it does work. It just doesn't work the way I want. So what I think I have to do is I think whenever they go onto a ramp, I have to give them constant speed. Probably not, just because I mean, it would be nice if the AI was more intelligent, but I think it's just kind of funny. Like, just watching the car kind of spin out is part of the challenge. You know, like, the player's main goal is to keep their car from spinning out. It would be nice if it could... It would be nice if the AI had a little bit better control of the car. But, you know, I don't want it to match the road perfectly. I want it to kind of spin out a little bit. I mean, I could just make it follow the track, you know, perfectly, but I think that would be kind of defeat the point. The point is to kind of manage, like, how well, you know, kind of keep the AI from, you know, really hurting itself. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to have to do for the ramps. Is I think I'm just going to have to turn off... I think I'm going to have to turn off all of this, right here. I think that's what I'm going to have to do, is I'm going to have to turn all of this off while it goes up the ramp. And just give it a constant speed. Yeah, well, what it's to simulate is it's to simulate better control. I'm not really sure how to make it better. The idea is that whenever you're going much faster, you can't really turn as quickly. Whereas whenever you're going slower, you get more fine turns. But I don't know how to actually simulate something closer to. I don't know how to actually simulate something. I don't know how to simulate control better. Because like what I want turning to be easier when your car is going slower. Whereas I want it to be, whenever your car is going really, really fast, I want it to be hard for the AI to actually turn the car. But I don't know enough about Unity physics and, actual physics to figure out how to do that, unfortunately. I mean, if you know how to do it, I would be eternally grateful if you could tell me how to do it, because I don't know. But, oh wow, that's very interesting. I've never seen that happen. I don't know how that happened. So I thought it set the rotation to whatever the rotation. I'm very curious. But yeah, I just want it to be easier for your car to. Basically, I want to incentivize people to slow down on turns and then speed up on, straightaways. That's the basic strategy. Oh, okay. Thank you. Yeah, I just tried my own hand at it to see, okay, now it's broken. Okay. It's the one flaw. Is that when your car gets stuck, it's kind of impossible to get it unstuck. I need to fix. Okay, yeah, I know the feeling. It's always frustrating when you remember something, but you have to sort of get Google to remember it for you, kind of thing. Like, Google, I know what this thing is like, but I don't know the actual name. Can you help me? Eventually Google will be able to do that. Yeah, the minimum speed. So I'm thinking that if I change this waypoint way over to here, and if I let me add this back in, then I just said something like add public bool lock rotation. So now I guess what we do is if lock rotation, then we don't do anything here. If we're not locking the rotation. Otherwise, I want the speed to be something like 20. And that should give it enough power to get over the ramp. Maybe it's 15. Let's try that. So in theory, if I take this ramp, and I move this a little bit over here. Yeah, okay. So what I can do is I can try to wait for this to straighten out. And then here, I want to stop this. I want to set you to be heavy rotation locked. Right. And then we do this. Okay, nope. It's still, okay. So it's not this that's doing it, it's something else. Found the equations, but don't recall the name. Oh, okay. Can you post a link to the equations? So if it's adding a force at point... Okay. Theory. If we just remove all of that, then what? Surely that will work, right? Or actually, if you know what like search terms I can Google to find them, I could do the Googling as well. Oh god, no. Oh boy. Xi equals x minus 1. Okay. So x is x of x minus 1 plus delta time. Unfortunately, I don't understand those. Do you have the website where you got those? Let's try locking the rotation. Whoops. Alright, let's do that, and then let's lock this. U sub 1 is speed, U sub 2 is steering angle. Okay. Of I... Oh, but would I have to, I see, so I'd have to reprogram a lot of the physics myself, though. The idea is that you would make the impact you have on the steering angle smaller. Okay. Trying to think of how... I'm trying to think. Do you want to check this out, though? Why does nothing happen here? Okay. We do that. Let me just say lock rotation. Now they don't move at all. Interesting. Okay, so you'd have to apply the force. So we do have to calculate the force. We have to apply that. But we can still do that outside of here. Yeah. So unless this is doing it. Right, I will... Let me copy these into Notepad. Let me see how these actually paste into here. god, it's making me so mad. Okay.